jacket.
Might be either
Cold in New York City.
Right. There's a little cold in there. That's generally how it is in the venues. Always a little cold. He's having a hoodie or something to wear. And then he says, "Psych! Check the guns." Put those things away, Bobby. This is now a gun show, huh? All right.
Limo.
Oh, game started. Let's go.
Bishop back. It's funny that often you get the bishop out of the way, you put your rook there, then the bishop can go back. Bishop is doing well where it started. Just need to make way for the king. And Ivanchuk gives up a bishop. Can't give Fabi the bishops.
Sharp bishops.
This is all theory. C3. Pawn here, you put the queen back, you bring the horsey, and you maneuver around. Oh, bishop h6, stopping that. He's saying, I want the bishop back.
That's interesting.
You shall not move your pawn. Interesting idea there. From Ivanchuk, legend.
Always get interesting ideas from him. Maybe just go, I guess, bishop c4, you know. Mate, no, but knight a3. Maybe moving around to d5 and so.
Ivanchuk, I think he's one of these guys. He's not obsessed with the engine. He's just thinking, he's thinking about positions. No, where did I put the bishop there to stop the d pawn from moving? He comes up with ideas by himself, which is unheard of in 2024.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we love to see it. You know, I can see Bobby likes to do. He says sometimes I'll choose, move 3 or 4 in the engine, maybe slightly worse, but if I know it better than you, he likes those type of positions. I agree.
Yeah, Fabi is, of course, deep into the prep game, and trying to choose a move that gives him the most equity, and to do that often you have to surprise the opponent, choose the third or fourth line, except a little minus 0.20, and you know your stuff. Opponents finally moves. Fabi is one of the best in the world at that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely nice here. So, what do you think of this position here? Are you taking white or black? Maybe I'll take white by a hair.
Yeah, a little bit, but you got Blitz. I'm always wondering, should there be a premium for the horse season Blitz? Because that's trickier. I like bishops, but in Blitz, so much easier to blunder a knight fork than a little bishop skewer. So I would think white is slightly better, but in Blitz I don't mind black's position too.
Yeah, you got the 2 knights. Easy to make moves, I guess. b5, being the rook somewhere, consolidate with king g7. Right, check the game
here, at some point, now you ask, you want to go for a little French structure? A little café au lait, e5, knight to e4. Probably that's fine for black, so Fabi will have to take, simplify. But Ivanchuk doing fine here.
Let's move around. Won't give him a sacrifice on Aronian's game. I was gonna see, I knew it was heating up, but now it officially has, hit.
Alright, let's go to Levon. Sorry, Fabi.
well. The world champion, not in attendance here, decided not to play after an arduous match against Ding Liren to win the title. But we're sure he's watching somewhere and will be in future editions. Queen G5. Chucky is not too intimidated by his illustrious opponent.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't like the way it looks, but he seems to be absolutely fine with his position.
Queen G3, threatening knight f6. Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out now. That's a big threat. You might want to move your king out of the way. But the move h4 seems to be...
There's h4, there's f4 as well, right?
So he's moving his king, and he did move it.
h8.
h8. And like you said, one of those two, h4, f4, and he's chosen mine. So I'm gonna say you owe me a
you lead, +1.
For now, +1 in the guessing game. Now the queen has had to drop back, and white does have a little something, but the problem actually for black is knight on d7.
Like that, teleport into f5. You're jumping for the queen, right? But yeah, the knight on
d7, knight's not doing anything. So for the moment, you're gonna have to chase, and now a3 curtailing any hopes on that side of the board. But even though there's a small edge for white here, I'm not that impressed.
Right, and like in such positions, I always have this question: how bad is f6? Because yes, I understand there will be some weaknesses and so on, but also the bishop on f1 is not yet kind of attacking the e6 pawn after say f6 and the global trade on f6. Let's say, yeah, black doesn't look that bad. d4 is.
I was gonna say I don't think he's playing f6, and he didn't. Why weaken your position unnecessarily? He's played the move knight to a5 and knight to c4. Now that pawn on a3 has softened up that side a little bit. So the knight is now on c4. I still am not feeling that knight sitting on d7. I need something to happen with rook e2. Maybe now f6 could be considered. Is that a bad idea?
Well, it's more or less the same character of the position.
Same
so
character.
Why
We don't have to trade.
Trade here,
Play.
yeah. If you can play that, don't play
h5.
h5. I'm not sure I like it. Yeah, okay, you drive away the knight from g4, but then f6. Well, forget it. Forget this.
Completely.
Never gonna be f6.
This position comes down to that knight on d7 as far as I'm concerned. It's just such an annoying piece. Knight b8, knight c6 would be the kind of move I'd want to play just to get this knight to come back in the game. But the moment
he gets rook d8, I think he dedicates this knight to defend the king side, so the knight will just go to f8 and stand there.
I'm with that. I just do something, please. Thank you. Okay.
Knight f8.
The knight is gone, and
Fabi can start an attack with g4,
and
which
he has
he
done
does.
so. As black has shifted all the pieces
Away from the
king side, cut the board in half, and we see that white is the one who has some superiority on that side. And now h5 is going to be a threat. King g2, rook h1 will happen, and those rooks are black doing nothing with only 2 seconds, 1 second left, and he's got to make a move. Unfortunately for him, a sad ending there. Magnus, by the way, won his game to
very
go
quickly
to 3.5.